Hi everyone, back with more Genshin. Gonna continue trying to finish off the Curatorium of Secrets Intel Exchange missions today. So, I have done all my dailies.
Add Astra
Let's check
Ab
something else. I'm done. Okay. Can I change these? Fires on Intel. Alright, let's do this then. On the bounty board at the flagship, there's a target known for vanishing without a trace after committing numerous heinous crimes. Yet justice demands retribution, and sins must be atoned for. Asking Lezek, an employee at the flagship, may yield further information. Alright. So, 4-ish missions. Maybe? Hopefully they won't be too low. And then after this, I will probably try and focus on burst modalities. Details on the target are up on the board. I can fill you in if needed, but don't bother haggling over the bounties. About the bounty targets. There are 4 targets on the board, but we only have room for 3. The first one's wanted for fraud. Stop. They need a spiel for the brand new treasure hunts. Thus, I can build it off as well as you. You know who I'm here about. The Curatorium wants to get involved. That depends on how the boss is feeling. How to be arrived if you ask me questions. Anyway, it seems to me the real reason Crackjaw's not found is the lack of leads. Look at the boss, you haven't even said what he looks like. Well, if these treasure hunters set off without even knowing who they're looking for, well, they're hardly a match for someone like her. I don't want some novices wasting their time, much less throwing away their lives. Fair point. Apart from the scar on his chin, what else can you tell me about him? Preferably something no one else knows. Something no one else knows. Looking for physical characteristics, like say he had some marks on his back. That's exactly what I'm looking for, but how do you know so much about him? I don't know squat. I never said he actually has any marks. Besides, even if he does, how are you going to see them? But well, yeah, sorta. So there's nothing you can tell me? We've always worked well together, can't you give me anything to work with? After Hark revealed his true nature here in Ashtown, he fled to the north of Limbo Owls and picked up his old life in crime. That's old news, everyone and their dog knows that. No one's reported seeing him recently. What if he went further north? I could maybe track him to Pyramida. But what if he's made it all the way to Snezlograd? It's nothing but ice and snow up there. I'm not sure if my arm will function in the cold. He hasn't. He's still on Limbo Owls. I don't know where. You can consider that something no one else knows. How can you be so certain? Now that's a trade secret. If you want to know, you'll have to pay. Stingy. Still a hunk of a man with a scar on his face. Even on Limbo Owls, they're not hard to find. How am I supposed to know which one's Hark? Well, seeing as how we work together so well, I'll give you some free advice. Don't get too caught up looking for a scar. Are you saying he's found some way to hide the scar on his chin? I guess that makes sense. If everyone knows you as Crackjaw, walking around with no visible scar on your face would be a pretty good hide. In that case, I just need to find someone who's deliberately hiding the jawline, right? It's a lead at least. Alright, if I find anything new, I'll come back and fill you in. I'll wait with bated breath. Alright, where's the last one? Suspicious Hermit. Investigate the Hermit's hut. In the northern Lempo Owls east of the Nothing Passage, lived a hermit called Derwin who regularly visited friends in Ashtown. Recently, however, not only has he stopped going to Ashtown, he's also refusing all visiting guests. The recluse appears to have undergone significant changes in both appearance and habits. There is, however, another notable detail. A traveling merchant claims that their associate who regularly delivered goods to the hermit has gone missing after their last visit. To uncover the truth, a direct visit may be the best approach. So did Crackjaw kill the dude and replace? Oh, so that's what the hut is for. Actually, I don't think it's left for anymore. I'm just gonna remove her. Oh, wait. Hey, hang on, that's the wrong key. Shoot. Alright. Has this hut ever been used by animals? too long, can't remember. Oh no, Nivelet's tall. Are you kidding me, Nivelet? Knock on door. Hello, is anybody there? Mr. Derwent, are you home? Who's there? The name's Yehoda. I'm here from the Curatorium of Secrets. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions. You can ask from there. I'm ill. Don't expect me to get up for you. How strange. The Conch Gang kid said Mr. Derwent taught them how to read. He said he always spoke softly. His voice is hoarse, but he doesn't sound ill. It sounds like his voice is naturally rough. Are you alright? If it's serious, I can help you find a doctor. No need, I'll be right in a bit. Alright, in that case, you should head to Nasha to get better. Your friends have been worried about you. Why is he not saying anything? I can hear someone walking around in there, but the footsteps are heavy. Have you not been outside much recently? I've been cultivating myself. Yeah, word on the streets that you recently had a bit of a makeover. Someone was saying they couldn't believe how strong you look. They said you were so thin when you were wearing robes. And our master block out Kuraki. Is that the latest fashion? So block out the noise, so you can better cultivate yourself. Anyway, there was a merchant who came to visit you not long ago. Do you know where he went? No idea. Alright then, sorry to bother you. Not sure why, but I feel it in my bones. This is getting dangerous. You went wrong. This seems like a completely different guy. I can't go back to Boss Neff having learned so little. I better stay close and investigate the surrounding area. Oh, this one looks like it's gonna take a little longer. Huh? This looks like it hasn't been completely burned. Half-burnt page, that poor blank, like the other injured adventurers, he had a severe wound on his jaw, hospitality. He confessed to me about the caravan hoping to retreat from society under my tutelage. He told me honestly and without hesitation about the crimes he had committed. He claimed to no longer embody sin and self-destruction, he had turned a new leaf. Though there was no trace of empathy in his voice, perhaps this was due to a lack of practice. To lift out good thoughts from one's heart is. No matter the mistakes one has made, shaped by the malevolence of fate, everyone deserves a chance to choose the path of good. No one is born to combat evil, and it is forgiveness, understanding, and love that will truly heal the soul. The belief in an eye for an eye will only leave the whole world bloody and blind. I heard Mr. Derwent taking aged adventurers. This seems to have happened recently. Why would he try to burn these? Not the person inside their heart. Again. I can't hear anything. Is he resting or... It's about time I left. Go to the fish. Hey, Nefer. Huh? Nefer and Yehoda, what are you two doing here? Looking, of course. Finally found a lead on our unresolved bounty. Yehoda tells you all about the bounty target, Park the Crackjaw, as well as all the info the Curatorium of Secrets has been able to collect. Let's start for conclusion. The real hermit Derwent is like he did, and the man living in his heart is the bounty target, Park the Crackjaw. Diary scraps Yehoda uncovered are enough to show that even though Derwent knew who he was, he still took him in. It shouldn't come as a shock that Hark has returned to his old ways. After dispatching Derwent, he took over the hermit's identity. When I went to investigate, he didn't show his face, but no matter how you look at it, there's no way the man in the heart was the real Derwent. Taking on the role of a hermit also means Hark can get up to all sorts of bizarre activities without arousing any suspicion. The mask he wears clearly has nothing to do with self-cultivation. He's wearing it to hide his scar. As for the missing merchant, the worst case scenario is that he's already dead. How can someone be so evil, paying others kindness with murder? It makes Paimon's blood boil. For what it's worth, I don't think Hark stole those goods from the Paragalactic Circle. Not enough motive. He behaved himself well enough for 10 whole years. Is the price of a few stolen goods really enough to make him throw away everything he worked for? I don't believe so. So let's indulge in a little speculation. We already know that he returned to the wreckage of the Atlas and attacked the treasure hunters who came for treasure. When people are in dire straits, they often instinctively return to where it all began. When he was still the helmsman of the Atlas, he had fame, well, everything he wanted. Well, what about once he joined the Peripatetic Circle? Even after 10 years of good behavior, the second something was stolen, everyone turned their suspicions on him. One must have stunned even more. Yuhani, who was once a pirate, albeit one of significantly less renown, remained free from suspicion. He accused Yuhani there and then, but no one believed him. Driven by disappointment and rage, he made his first mistake. That was the turning point. Whatever went down in the hermit's heart was likely a singular situation. For someone like that, even the smallest of conflicts can blow up into a fatal confrontation. Hey, Mimi, you can't allow someone as dangerous as that to keep walking around and stuff. Let me deal with this dangerous criminal. Monkey or no, let me deal with this. Since Lumi is so eager, we should get some rest here, Holder. Alright, I've been working overtime on this investigation. I think I deserve a holiday. So whether my speculations are correct, we'll find out soon enough. Head to the hermit's hut. Okay, before I do so, I want to check Intel board.
Add Astro.
Oh damn, I forgot. I forgot! And I just took off my first one.
Lucky you. I have some time to kick.
Oops, sorry,
Add Astro.
It's still not available, interesting. But it is colored in, so... Pictures of my trap. I am running low on molds. That's the ruined. I've not done anything to any of you. It sounds like you already know why we are here. All that stuff is in the past. I just want to live a peaceful life. A life made from stealing someone else's place? Plus Yuhani, but that didn't work, so now the rent. Your performances never fooled the audience for long. There won't be any more victims. Yuhani, you saying I took his place? It was never his to take. Everything he had, he got by looking nicer, talking nicer. You were the same. Everything he took, it belonged to me. And what about Mr. Derwent and the merchant? What did they do to you? They asked questions they shouldn't have asked. Just like you. So die. Wow, he is quick to violence, huh? Oh, I don't.
Silence!
Oops.
Cleanup sequence in the
Attack the
process. You pull.
Okay. It's my worst.
Bow your head.
As expected, just another pathetic soul who can't stop repeating the same mistakes. I have to say, I'm a little disappointed. He stopped himself from doing wrong for so many years, but in the end, does this mean bad people can't mend their ways? It's harder to keep doing good, and he's made some poor decisions. Every decision was his to make. Even just now, he could have chosen to admit his mistakes, but he chose violence instead. Every move was poorly made, and everyone led him to this end. But enough about him. Here's to a job well done. You can take the bounty proof to Lazak as arranged. It was great to have you to take the reins. I could have sworn I was on a vacation today. And now that it's over, I think it's about time to get started on your next job, right here, Holder? Eh? for your order. Alright, so do I actually get any reward?
Add Ash.
Right, I keep forgetting that. Oh, I was already lost some sugar anyway.
Add Astra.
Ooh. Ah, surprise Nephil.
Here you go, Lady Nephi.
It's
You were looking
Bones.
for.
Let me see. Would you look at that? Finally, an actual copy of the man who became a mule.
Is that Nephil? Surely she can't be here for a commission.
Yeah, Never doesn't seem like the kind of person who takes commissions. More like the kind who dishes them out.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I should have her give me some easy ones.
Hey!
God, the expression and
Far from Never,
action that
and
means
another
is
for
cute.
Yehuda. Still, what sort of job is Never delegating to the Adventurers Guild? I'm kind of curious.
Let's ask about it later. Better not order Never right now.
Not bad. This is exactly what I was looking for. The Adventurers Guild must have quite the impressive network tracking down a long-lost story like this.
Well, that's all thanks to our hard-working adventurers. There were quite a few setbacks along the way, but in the end, we managed to find a collector in Snezhnaya who had a copy.
How ironic that a story about the desert would end up somewhere like Snezhnaya. Well, thank you for your efforts. I'll send over the payment as promised. Also, Mr. Sarin, please keep this commission active and raise its priority level. I'll cover the additional fee as well.
Not a problem. It's our honor to do business with you, Lady Nefer. If you'll excuse me, I'll go get everything sorted.
I keep it active even though it's been completed.
My business is done, you two. You can come out and ask your questions. I know you're curious.
You knew you were here? Talk about eagle-eyed.
You even heard what Paimon said? Huh. Guess that's what makes you the boss.
So you're posting a commission?
Something like that. It's more like a long-term partnership I have with the Adventurers Guild. Come, let's head back to the Curatorium for a cup of tea. This isn't the best place for sharing stories.
Looks like you handled the commission without a hitch. Thank you, Miss Yehuda.
Both of them
Here
just
is
got
your
triggered at
payment.
the same time.
See? Told you'd be fine. Not a bad payout either. Got any more quick Mora jobs like that?
I can certainly take a look. One moment, please.
Huh? Isn't that... Hey! Catherine! Was that pendant over there used for posting a bounty?
It was indeed. You certainly have a sharp eye, Miss Yehuda. Mystery Haunty left it as collateral for a bounty request.
In that case, I'll take that one. Just give
Huh.
me the deets.
The only thing is, the reward for that one isn't all that high, and nowadays, pieces like this are not worth much either. I'm not sure it's the kind of job you're after, Miss Yehuda.
No worries. I'll take it. Let's call it a bit of charity work on the side. Gotta build up some good karma once in a while, huh?
Very well then. Please, wait a moment.
Taking commissions again? Busy as ever, I see.
I mean, it's not like I've got much else to do right now. Can't just sit around playing with Ashru all day, can I? Boss Neff to boot me out in no time. Now that you're here, Traveler, Paimon, you two are pretty handy. Wanna join forces on this one? We could split the reward.
A commission, huh? You better ask her. She's the expert, after all.
Seriously, Paimon, you're making me blush. Alright then, why not? What's the kind of commission we talking?
Bet you it's nothing major. Trust me. Ihanti's way too much of a scaredy cat for it to be about anything serious.
Miss Yehoda, here are the details of Mr. Yahanti's commission.
Alrighty, let's see what that little whip's gone and...
What's up? Please don't say it's something super difficult.
Nah, nothing like that. Just didn't expect a guy who couldn't even bring himself to hurt a fly to go posting life or death commissions like this.
Life or death? I'm a law-abiding person, just so you know. Also, that expression on the...
You? Sure. Couldn't be more by the book if you tried, huh? Relax. I'm just messing with you. It only mentions retrieving something from a bunch of crooks. To a crook, money is life, and life is money. That makes it a matter of life or death. Am I right? Come on, follow me. Pretty sure I can handle those punks by myself. Odds are, you won't even have to lift a finger.
Damn, confident, huh? Okay, let's go talk to Neff first, then I'll help Yehoda. Oops. Wait, can I do anything here? Never. Okay, secrets. Alright, nothing. I should change things. Oh, all the commissions voiced. Hey, Ashru.
Huh. Looks like Yehoda's not back yet. Wait here. I'll go brew some tea.
Here, kitty.
Who's a good kitty? Come on, shake.
That's a dog action.
All right. Help yourselves. Cream and sugar is over there if you need it.
I was looking at Misha Cats with them out. Things like that as well.
Looks like Ashru's taken a real liking to you. Back when I first brought him home, he was as fierce as a little lion. He didn't let anyone get close except for me. Anybody else who tried would have his little fangs and claws to contend with.
Seriously? You'd never guess he used to be aggressive.
That was a long time ago, when the two of us had just arrived in Nodcry. Back then, we had no one to rely on but ourselves. And to survive in a place like Nodcry, we had no choice but to bare our claws and teeth. Of course, things are different now. Anyway, it's about time we satisfied that curiosity of yours. I'm guessing you want to know more about my long-term partnership with the Adventurers Guild?
I still can't believe you need to post a commission. It must be for something really important.
You mean like some kind of extra special treasure even Nefer can't get her hands on?
It's special, no doubt about that. But whether it counts as treasure, well, that depends on how you see it. Here, this is the book I asked the Adventurers Guild to find for me. Take a look.
Oh, that's a lot. I'm gonna skim it real fast. Lol. What kind of
Oh,
secret
it's like
story
a
is this supposed to be?
fairy tale from Sumeru.
Is it a clue to finding hidden treasure? Is there some kind of riddle hidden inside?
Uh-oh, not another riddle-filled treasure hunt. Well, have fun. Paimon's gonna sit this one out.
Relax. It's just a story passed down among the desert dwellers of Sumeru. There's no secret treasure and no hidden riddles. The only reason I went to such lengths to find it is because it has to do with my father.
Your father?
That's right. From what you've seen before, you no doubt remember the fate that befell us. Before he brought back those so-called spoils of war, before our little village ended up buried under the desert sands, he used to tell me stories. You know what Sumeru was like back then. Tales like these, stories full of wisdom and warmth, were something only the lucky few living in the rainforests got to hear. But for the desert dwellers, cut off from civilization by the wall of Samiel, wisdom and warmth were luxuries we couldn't afford. The stories passed down in the desert had one purpose and one alone: to teach children how to survive. In desert tales, people who waste food get turned into scorpions. Those who waste water end up losing their tongues. The stories taught us to be kind, but to be scarce with our trust. To lie and deceive as long as we didn't get caught. But I suppose my father didn't want me to turn out like everyone else. He would take these stories and change them. Imbue them with more warmth. In the versions he told, liars turned into mules, killers fell off cliffs, but picky children ended up with a toothache at most.
Paimon kinda gets where he was coming from. After all, who doesn't want to see their kids grow up with the right values?
So, what do you think of those stories, Nephilim?
Me? I couldn't get enough of them. I'd spend my days counting down the minutes to nightfall, when Dad would lull me to sleep with another one of his stories. Then, come daytime, I'd grab his storybook and go tell them to the other kids. They were so envious of me. No matter where I went, there was always a line of kids trailing behind me. They would do whatever I asked, just for the chance to hear a story. And then, one day, it all came to an end. And now, all that remains of those times is buried under the sand. My father, my friends, my tribe, and all those stories too. After that, I went to the academia. It was there that I first discovered the original versions of some of his stories. In those versions, the liars were never punished. The murderers walked free. After all, if you fall for a lie, you deserve to be deceived. If the blade is in your hand, you get to write the rules. And picky children? They ended up just like the ones who wasted water, turned into lizards, doomed to spend the rest of their days crawling under the rocks. Only then did I realize that it was my father who'd been deceiving me all along, weaving a false world of warmth to shelter me from the harsh realities of the world. But once my father was gone, that world collapsed with him, and I had no choice but to face the truth. Luckily, though, I was a quick learner. Before long, I'd turned into exactly the kind of desert dweller he'd worked so hard to keep me from becoming. After that, it was all lies, deceit, revenge, and ruin. Themes that have played out in the desert 1,000 times over. But I'm sure you know that all too well.
Since you started collecting these stories, was it to find out what the originals were really like?
More or less. I just want to know exactly how many lies a father might tell his own daughter. As the only person in this world he ever deceived so completely, I suppose I owe it to him to make an equally comprehensive record of his distortions. Besides, anonymity seems a cruel fate for such a prolific twister of the truth. Anyway, I'm sure Thoth, the Ibis King, would approve of what I'm doing. After all, he was the one who sent me in search of something that could discern truth from falsehood. When I was young, the stories my father told me shaped my understanding of the world. Whereas their original endings, well, they taught me what this world is really like. And it's true. For me, they really did help me discern truth from falsehood. I figured that gathering them up might be the key to finding the answer the Ibis King was looking for. So, after I established myself in Nodcry, I started using every available channel to track down the stories my father once told me. The problem was, nearly all of them were folk tales, parables passed down in the desert through word of mouth. Very few were ever written down. But living all the way out here in Nodcry, it wasn't like I could just go wandering around the desert to find those who still remembered them. As for Yehoda, well, I was short on manpower as it was, so I needed a different plan. And considering the countless adventurers at their disposal, I decided to strike up a long-term partnership with the Adventurers Guild. They bring me stories passed down among the desert people. I pay them accordingly, and sometimes even do them a little favor in return. Mr. Sauron was more than happy with my terms, so we soon came to an understanding. And from the way things have been going, I'd say our arrangement has worked out rather well.
So, what's special about the story you just got your hands on?
Well, this was the very last story my father ever told me. The only one whose ending he left unchanged. A man who spent his life distorting the truth. Buried under the desert sand the one time he chose not to lie. And look, it even says, deep down, his was a heart of gold. And that is the greatest wisdom of all. How ironic is that? Anyway, I can make a copy of this story if you're interested. And I just realized, you're an adventurer too, aren't you, Traveler?
Yeah, I am. What makes you ask?
Well, being an adventurer means you've traveled far and wide, and seen many things. I was just thinking, we could sign an agreement for a long-term partnership of our own. If you ever come across any stories about the desert dwellers of Sumeru, bring them to me, and I'll make it worth your while.
Wait, was that your goal this whole time? Just to ask us that?
So there was a commission at the end of this after all. Well, taking commissions is what I do, so okay.
Wonderful. Then here's to a long and fruitful partnership.
I'm pretty sure I have like all the
And
stories she's looking
speaking
for
of
in my bag.
partnerships, why isn't Yehoda back yet? Was that job I gave her really that difficult?
And became a mule. She didn't dare anymore. She dared. Oh, what's that reference to? Oh! Oh, sorry, what's the track? I want to go fair bit of to even have. So your holder probably found all the books already. So I can't give any of the books I have to her. That's a shame. Alright, they who have been lost. What if those ones were combat based? Well, I hope that didn't just knock off my health or kill me.
What a loser.
Oh, this
Guy's so broke he doesn't have a single thing worth taking.
Yo, Kaliva.
Who goes there? Well, well, well. If it isn't Yehoda. What brings you here, Pipsqueak?
Relax. No biggie. Word has it, you swiped something from a man called Ihanti a few days back. That true? Here, take some cash and cough up the goods. I'm feeling generous today, so Let's call this me buying you off.
Look at you, acting all civilized. Guess that's what happens when you've got Nefer to watch your back, huh? Suppose I'd rather hold on to it. What are you gonna do about it?
Do me a favor, Kaliva. Can't you and your bunch of knucklehead bros try acting normal for a change?
Oh, please, don't tell me you came all this way expecting to do honest business with a thief. Or did you genuinely think I just handed over on a silver platter?
No, it is combat.
Feels
Alright.
like this negotiation went south before it even got started.
My bad, Kaliva. Shouldn't have tried dealing with you the way Boss Neff does. A fist to the face is the only way to negotiate with morons like you. Come on, Traveler. Let's drop these punks together.
Wow.
Down on us, huh? Come on, boys. Time to put this little squirt back in her place. Get him!
Actual combat?
A new job. Silence!
Defensive mode engaged. Leave this.
Now sneezing.
Okay, okay! You win!
See? If you just played along earlier, you wouldn't have ended up in this mess. Now, take the Mora and go find yourself a decent doctor.
So nice of
Is this your
her.
way of showing pity?
Save your breath and just take the Mora. If you'd rather chuck it in the water or hire thugs to jump me, that's your call. One thing's for sure, though. Going hungry and getting beaten up both suck. Don't make things worse for yourself, Kaliva.
The junk I snatched from that invalid is lying over there. Aside from some spare change, it was just a painting and some busted doll. Mora's long gone, but I haven't had time to toss the rest out yet.
All right. Final question. You referred to Ihanti as an invalid just now. What was that supposed to mean?
It means exactly what it means. That weakling's in such a state now, you can barely tell he's still alive. When I first found him, he was lying there, stiff as a board. I honestly thought he'd already... you know. Anyway, figured he didn't need his bag any longer, so I snagged it.
Mark out the spot where you last saw him.
Where I last saw him? Guess it was about... here.
All right. Traveler, Paimon, let's go. I'd like to return this stuff to the client in person.
You're a real piece of work, Yehoda. Know that? Scary smart one moment, unbelievably naive the next.
Isn't that the domain? Oh wait, no. Hey, it's this guy. I can't remember the name. Vault Hunt. Can't get their bats. How does one even get up there if they're in the alley?
Who's there? I don't have any more, nothing at all. If you're here for my life, just go ahead and take it.
I've brought your stuff back, Ihanti.
Yehoda! Is that you? I can hear your voice, but I can't see clearly anymore.
It's me, Ihanti. And I'm standing right here in front of you. Why didn't you come find me? You look terrible.
Even a starving stray doesn't wander into a rich man's city. Not after all the beatings it's taken.
I'm not that kind of person. And Boss Neff isn't either.
All the more reason why I couldn't come find you. If folks got wind that you were the type to lend a hand, I'd come banging on your door day after day.
No one would be crazy enough to pull a stunt like that with the boss.
But you're always out there secretly doing good. Only to be stabbed in the back by the very people you helped.
Hey, I've learned a lot from Boss Neff, you know. No one's gonna get me good like that. Ever again.
You just can't stop yourself from watching out for other people, can you, Yehoda?
That's my business. And no one else's.
Maybe that's why the boss thinks so highly of you.
Maybe. It's the only reason I'm even still alive.
You're right, Yehoda. You're right.
Anyway, if there's something I can do for you, Ihanti, now's the time to tell me.
Still the same as ever, huh? What if this was all just a big scam, or I was luring you into some kind of trap?
You wouldn't do that. Not after how long we've known each other.
And that's enough to win your trust?
Come on, look at the state you're in. How could you possibly threaten me?
Finally. We're getting somewhere. I guess saving a venomous snake that can barely open its mouth is pretty safe, all things considered. Do me a favor, then. Roll up the painting in that bag and slip it into my pocket. I haven't the strength to pick it up myself. I painted this with my wife and daughter. It's the only thing I still care about in the whole wide world. As far as I'm concerned, nothing else matters anymore.
The old you would be in stitches hearing you say that.
And what happened to those things I once treasured above all else? They could save neither my wife nor my life. But maybe that's just the fate of a thief. Everything we steal always gets stolen back, and we wind up empty-handed again eventually. That pendant I put up for the commission was all I had left. Though I guess I can't really call it mine.
That was the first piece of jewelry you ever stole. You must have told me the story a dozen times. How you even pulled it off, and the look on the rich guy's face when he found out.
Yeah. Anyway, it's yours now.
Who did it belong to?
A Snezhnayan called Holimov. He used to live in Notcry, but he's probably run home to Snezhnaya by now. Don't tell me you're thinking of...
I'm not a thief anymore. And I'm not about to start hanging on to stolen goods either. This pendant should go back to its rightful owner.
You really are something else, Yehoda. The boss was right. Someone like you could never hack it as a thief.
Enough. stop wasting your breath. I'll head back and find you a doctor.
Forget it. Just let me go the way I'm meant to.
But...
Yehoda, you know the boss's code.
grant rest to those who seek it.
You know what I'm talking about. So, leave me in peace.
Fine.
I'm glad it was you who came to help me, Yehoda. Sorry I don't have any treasure to give you. But if you want, you can have this doll.
Wait, but I thought I told you to.
Don't worry. I made this one myself. The ones you put together are long gone. I burned every last one of them, just like you told me. Not too shabby, huh? Especially for someone who was already on the brink of going blind. Take it, Yehoda. Consider it my final gift.
I'll come back to see you.
Go now. Farewell, Yehoda. Thank you. You're right, boss. Looks like there's no escape for the wicked after all.
Fancy.
Excellent. Looks like you've completed the commission. Please bear with me while I fetch your payment. Is everything okay, Miss Yehoda? You seem a little pale. You didn't run into any trouble, did you?
Don't worry. I'm fine.
Very well, then. One moment. I'll be back with your payment right away.
Are you really okay, Yehoda?
Oh, Paimon knows we promised not to call a doctor, but Ihanti really did look awful back there. Maybe we should...
No. I said I'd stick to the code. So that's what I'll do.
So, we do know each other well?
We used to be colleagues. Coward, he may be, but when it came to raking in the Mora, Ihanti was top shelf. While everyone else was out there pulling dumb scams and petty robberies, he played the game so well that people would end up willingly coughing up the cash. He had a real knack for talking people into things. Back when we were working together, he shared a lot of his skills with me. He was always taking me out for great meals, too.
You consider him a friend?
A friend? Course not. You'd have to be crazy to try making friends in that hellhole. At best, we knew each other. The only reason he took such good care of me was to show off. Dragging a little sidekick along made him feel like a big shot, I guess. But he did look after me, I'll give him that. Helping him now is just me returning the favor.
All right. Here is your payment, Miss Yehoda. The Adventurers Guild thanks you for your support.
Here's your share, traveler. Thanks for the help back there. Anyway, I should head back to the Curatorium. If the boss wants something done and I'm not there, she'll be on my case again for sure. I did say I wouldn't get him a doctor, but what's the harm in grabbing him some painkillers? I'll ask the boss to help. I I'm sure she can pull some strings. Worst case scenario, I'll give up this month's pay. Actually, maybe just half of it. Yeah, I'll do that. I'd better get the medicine to Ihanti tomorrow.
You'll be there tomorrow, I'm guessing. Wow, that's convenient. I didn't expect this quest actually to go on for this long. Like, this longer than Effortless.
Ihanti! Ihanti! Ihan! Oh no.
Yehuda, I knew you would come back. By the time you read this letter, I already have departed for where I belong. Don't worry, I made peace with it long ago. At the very least, this time that's my decision. The pendant, necklace, I'm sorry, I can't remember. My mind's becoming more and more muddled and I can barely hold this fill. As for the stuff I left at the Adventurers Guild, it's yours. Whether you want to return it to its rightful owner or keep it for yourself, it's up to you. Yehuda, even though I'm not your friend and you're not mine, I'm glad you came here to speak to me. I wish you the best and that you're always the one following the shots, no matter what. That's all I have to write. People like us don't have stories worth leaving behind. Run on ahead, Yehuda, and run fast. Take nothing with you except yourself. Sing it.
Rest in peace, Ihanti. One thing's for sure. That fate of yours isn't gonna get me. Not yet, anyway.
That's sad. Wait, a new one? Okay. Honestly, I'm not expecting any more, but I'll take it. Thank you again for all the help you've given to the guild. Boss never is your order. There's no need for that, not when this is really a collaboration between us. That's true, but I still want to thank you, Boss Never, for being so willing to help the guild with the complicated investigative work. The Adventurers Guild has also sent several folks to help us with our work. We're all working together towards the same goal. I hope our future collaborations will be just as pleasant, Mr. Sarin. You can rest assured, Boss Never, that the Adventurers Guild, or I should be clear about this, you can absolutely trust that we at the North High Adventurers Guild are your ever reliable partners. That much is clear too. Yes. Good, good. Just keep talking like that, Boss Nev, my dearest Boss Nev. Please don't look at me. Please don't look at me. Please don't look at me. Yehuda, why you keep me so quiet? No, she looked at me. Fine, just don't look at the commission board. Please don't look at the commission board. Please don't look at the commission board. Me? I don't have anything to say. Thanks for the commission. Oh, we should also thank you for your assistance, Miss Yehuda. Without you, the people work at the guild would have pulled up into a mountain by now. No need to thank me. I'm getting paid, so I have to do the job right, of course. Looks like she has forgotten everything I told her to say. Either way, since we're all here, no, we actually have such a good vibe going, boss. Please just give me a break, boss. Mr. Sarin, would you please bring over the latest special commissions? Yehuda, pick the commission you believe matters the most. I want you to think this over carefully, so take your time, okay? Okay. Yes, boss. I'm doomed. For Yehuda. Collected intel. Interesting. Alright. So, yeah, I guess I'm using this team one final time.
Add Astro.
Oh, it's gone. Okay. Wait, what's this? I have extra? Okay. There, it's going to return. We're comprising all the intelligence of our team so far. This information within may come in handy in the future. Alright. No achievements. That's interesting to say the least. Alright, so tomorrow I'll hop back in and I'll do the Nea's research quest. And hopefully also finish off the Witch's Lodge. So, thanks for watching everyone. I'll see you all next time. Bye.